Hello, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And today, yes, you are staring at a white space. And here's my hand. We're actually going to do an unboxing on the channel. Done one or two unboxings before. And today, we're unboxing something new. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have known what this is. And this is my brand new motherboard I have bought. It is the MSI B350M MORTAR. This is a AM4 MSI motherboard. Now, if you don't know, AM4 is a chipset for AMD. So that gives you a clue of my new build that I'm going to get. I'm not going to tell you anything else about it, but yeah, AMD make processors. That is essentially the brain of the computer. And yeah, this motherboard, I will show you everything about it and I'll unbox it. But yeah, it supports AMD Crossfire, not SLI because it doesn't have the chip. Obviously Windows 10 ready, and it has really good overclocking support. Let's get to the unboxing. Obviously, MSI. I love MSI. I love the red and black theme. I love everything they do. I love their build quality, and I love their boxes actually. We're just gonna turn it upside down, and we're gonna see some of the features this board has. You see here, these are all the ports it has on it. It has two USB 2s, a PS2 port, a DVI-D, DisplayPort, HDMI port, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type-C, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type-A connector, and then there's two others here. Intel LAN, Ethernet, then you have tons of audio connectors for really high quality audio. However, you see the DVI-D and the DisplayPort and HDMI, you can't actually use that with the Ryzen chips. You have to wait for the AMD Athlon and APUs coming later this year. I'm not going to get that, I'm going to get Ryzen. But yeah, I'm just going to go over a few of the features this board has. It has military class, top quality components, gaming or streaming boost. You have debug LEDs, gaming DNA, don't know what that is. You can port RGB. It's got steel plated PCIe slots. So that means that if you put a heavy GPU in, it'll be perfectly fine. Obviously Type-C. And gaming LAN, if you want to read any of these. It's enough stalling. Let's actually unbox this baby. This is a big moment. I haven't actually unboxed this yet. Oh, there she is. I know you can't see it very well, but I will take it out the packet. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go over what's in the box first. But you see, here's the motherboard here, first sneak peek. Really, really nice. You've got to be really gentle with motherboards, guys, because they can be quite delicate. I'm going to move that off to the side. And we have a piece of, like, what's foam to keep the motherboard safe. It's good. And then under here we have all the things. Actually comes with two SATA connectors. And that's really good because I'm going to have actually three hard drives. I've got one SATA two SATAs in my computer, but it comes with a straight one and a 90-degree one, so it actually comes with that. It's really good. Here's the I/O. Now this is probably one of the nicest I/Os I have ever seen. Look, red and black theme, but out at the end. Driver DVD, no one needs drivers, when you can just download them. The quick installation guide, it shows you essentially how to plug in a CPU and M.2. Don't need that. We have thank you for choosing MSI product. Yeah, just it tells you how to install RAM. Put it in DIMM slot 2 first. Yeah, shows you how to install a Ryzen cooler. Motherboard manual. B350M MORTAR user guide. Really high quality. Let's have a look in here. I won't show you too much because it's like going to be dead boring for you. These videos are probably already really boring. Yeah, if you're wondering, those are all the components you need for a computer. I mean, you need a few more, obviously. But yeah, tells you how to build a computer. Also tells you all the features of the motherboard. Like game mode, if I can find it here. That essentially overclocks the CPU, so it makes it faster without voiding your warranty. So yeah, really nice user manual. You can download it online. I'll see if I can leave a link in the description. Let's put all this off to the side. In fact, I'll open this first for you guys. Really nice. I/O plate. Try not to ruin it too much, the packaging, but here it is. It actually looks real nice. You can, it's kind of like a matte black and red finish. Now let's move all this junk to the side and let's have a look at the actual motherboard. Whew. Here we go, guys, this is a big moment. Let's unpeel this kind of really nice thing. Hey, finally. Oh, look in there. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, take it out its packet. There we go, that's the packet. Here is the motherboard. Oh, it's nice, guys. So, guys, this is what, for all you PC newbies out there, no offense, that is what a motherboard looked like. Well, this is a MICRO-ATX motherboard. You can get what are called ITX boards, which are a lot smaller. You can get QATX boards, which are ATX, so a bit longer on the bottom, but thinner. You can get ATX, which are bigger, and then EATX, which is slightly bigger than that, but not too much. So I'm going to go quickly over what a motherboard, or the things in the motherboard are for you people like James Tidmarsh. Here is your power connector. In fact, I'll hold it up to you. This is your power connector, and that is where you plug the motherboard in for the power from your power supply. I'm just going to keep touching this because I don't want to break it. This is where your CPU goes. You can see how small a CPU is, but it's probably one of the most expensive parts of your build. My CPU is going to cost £200. See if you can work out which CPU that is from there. And you can see it's probably 3 times the length of my finger. And yeah, you go in, you lift this, and then you put CPU in, and then you unscrew these here, and then you put your cooler on. Here you have your RAM slots here, and what you do is you undo these tabs here. Oh no, that tab there. Sorry, I'm working on think about older motherboard. Undo these tabs here. You put your RAM in, and then you close them back up. Well, no, you don't close them back up, but you put the RAM in, and it closes it automatically. So you put the RAM in, and it goes like that. Here we have your SATA connectors. I'll hold it up so you can see. That is where you plug in your hard drive and things. And then here you have 2 more at a 90-degree angle. Is where your I think that's USB 3. That might be USB 2. Here is where you have just here. Let's see if it'll focus. You have where you put in your power and everything, and your reset switch, and your LEDs, USB, parallel ports, and you can plug in an RGB there, and some other things here. I'm not going to go over them because they're probably boring you now. Here we have what's called an M.2 slot. This is ultra fast storage. You could put NVMe, M.2 storage, and you basically put it in at a 30-degree angle and then screw it in. Really fast storage. However, on MICRO-ATX boards, it's kind of annoying because you put the you put the thingy in, and it's underneath the GPU here. It's where the GPU would sit, and that's not very good because it heats it up. Here you see we have a PCIe Type 16 slot, so you can put in NVIDIA GPUs and in AMD GPUs, and you can see it's reinforced, as I said, so it doesn't get PCIe sag. And really nice PCIe slot. Here it's not armoured, but you can only put an AMD graphics card in this because that's the only thing that will work in that, because it doesn't have an SLI chip. It only has an Crossfire chip. Here we have 2 PCIe 1s. Here we have some heat spreader up here. This is one thing that's kind of annoying about this motherboard, but it's not that bad. See, on most motherboards you have 6 times 2 of these. However, this only has 4x4, which is kind of annoying. And then BIOS battery, and it's kind of actually heavy. Don't quote me on that. That's where you plug in your CPU. You can see this is where the fan, I'll show you where the fan headers are now. So we have a fan header here, a fan header here, we have a fan header here, we have a fan header here, and a CPU fan here, and then where you plug in the CPU, as I've just said. And I think that's all we need to know about that. You can see the I/O that I showed you at the start. Well, the start of the start. Yep, you can see all the USBs and HDMIs and all that stuff, and then you can see the USB-C as well. Okay, so that's is essentially the motherboard, and I might put on a picture of the screen now of what a inside of a computer with a graphics card and a CPU and RAM in looks like. And yeah, that will thereabouts do it for this video. I can't obviously test it, as I said at the start of the video. This is a motherboard, if you guys didn't know. So I'm going to put this motherboard back in the box now, and I hope you have all enjoyed this video. Like the video, comment down below, maybe subscribe, I don't know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!